Welcome to the Fantasy Football Profit Podcast, hosted by Craig Phillips and Jeff Torrey. Visit us at fantasyfootballprofit.com. And now your hosts, Craig and Jeff.
Welcome everyone to the Fantasy Football Profit Podcast. Here it's just Craig here today. Got a quick waiver wire show for you. Just want to get some names out there for you. If you're looking to finalize your waiver wire pickups for week 2 of the NFL season. Start us off with the running backs. Jeff Wilson. He's only 3.5% owned for the 49ers. Elijah Mitchell's going to be out for a couple months, it looks like at this point. Jeff Wilson should be the main back there. I don't think he's going to get a full workload is the problem. Devo's going to get quite a bit of running attempts. There's going to be others as well. But Jeff Wilson definitely should be near the top of your list for waiver wire picks for this week. If you're looking at 50% and under, if Darrell Henderson is still out there, he was owned in about 46% of leagues. Go pick him up for the Rams. I'm expecting Akers to get a little more work too, but if Henderson's still there, go get Henderson as well. Jalen Warren from the Steelers could be an ad here, 1.3% owned. Najee Harris, we're not quite sure how significant his injury is. It didn't sound terribly bad, but we'll see. If that's the case, if Najee's to miss any time, Jalen Warren should get a lot of work. Also, Khalil Herbert from the Bears, 25% owned. He looked good in his opportunities on Sunday. He looked better than David Montgomery, that was for sure. So go pick up Khalil Herbert. I'm not a Montgomery fan anyway, so I definitely like that one. Jamal Williams from the Lions, if you're going a little deeper, he had double-digit rushing attempts. He got 2 touchdowns. I mean, Swift is the guy, but Williams is definitely going to play as well. So Williams is definitely a good option. Over at wide receiver, Curtis Samuel, Jahan Dotson from the Commanders, solid pickups. I'm not so sold yet, but if you need some receivers, take a look at those. Curtis Samuel is definitely going to he had 11 targets last week. He had a couple rushing attempts. He's very interesting. And then Dotson caught himself a couple touchdowns. Robbie Anderson, I don't know how I feel about suggesting him, but he definitely seems to have, a rapport with Baker Mayfield. He led the team in targets, receptions, yards, all that. So keep an eye out there. Donovan Peoples-Jones from the Browns definitely had a good game there. He had 11 targets, 60 yards receiving, but 11 targets was definitely a solid output. Julio Jones, 43% owned. He looked pretty good, to be honest. And I think Brady's going to try to get the ball to him every once in a while here. So Julio Jones could be an option there as well. If you're looking streaming quarterback, Carson Wentz, 16% owned. He plays against the Lions this week. He has good receivers, like we said, with the 2 waiver wire pickups of Samuel and Dotson, but also obviously Terry McLaurin. So Carson Wentz against the Lions week 2, definitely like that one for sure. I think you can do pretty well there. And if you go further down, I guess you go Matt Ryan. He's 24% owned. He plays against Jacksonville week 2. That could be, a solid option as well. Jarvis Landry, if he's available in your league, I'm going to go a little. This one could be, he might be there. Jarvis Landry for the Saints. Obviously, he's getting a lot of targets. He happens to be available. But you can look at him. Devin Duvernay had 2 touchdowns. So I know he looks like a good ad, but 2 touchdowns on 4 targets. Let's wait and see a little bit. But yeah, if you have a spot on the bench, go pick him up. I kind of liked what I saw from Kyle Phillips for the Titans, 9 targets. But again, early, got to see what happens there. O.J. Howard caught himself 2 touchdowns, but I think those were only 2 catches, and he'd only played about 12 snaps in that game. So he needs a little bit more. He needs to play a little bit more before we're really going to look at him as well. But there we go. Waiver wire, week 2. Go get those guys if you need them. Talk to you guys next time.